The pattern day trader rule.
This is so dumb. I'm not gonna do this.
And it really is one of the more ridiculous rules that are out there. Maybe at its time and place in history, and I don't quite know all the history of it, but surely in this day and age, I mean, come on. It's really just a ridiculous thing, and I don't want to rant and rave about it too much, but I do want to focus on how we can punch it in the face and not need to worry about it at all, and we can just set it aside. And this is important because depending on how new you are, what level of beginner you are, you may be having all these plans, because I remember me having all these plans and you're going to do all these things, and then you get smacked with pattern day trading rule violations and warnings and all this sort of stuff. And you're thinking, what is going on? It's my money. Why aren't they letting me trade my money? What kind of regulation is this? And I get it. So what is the pattern day trading rule? Well, it's quite frankly, it's very black and white. It's very straightforward.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal.
And it simply states this: if you want to do stocks, if you want to do options and be able to trade these as much as you want, so if you want to be a day trader, well, you need $25,000 in your account, and you need a margin account. So you need a margin account, which is, there's no big deal there, but it's got to have $25,000. And that's not a small amount by any stretch of the imagination. And unless you have that $25,000, then there's all these regulations. But to keep this simple, you're not able to trade as much as you want. Right? Somebody like me, I have the margin, I have 25,000. So yeah, I can go out there, buy, sell. I can trade as much as I want every single day as a day trader. But unless you have that 25,000, you cannot trade as much as you want. So what is the solution to be able to quote unquote trade as much as you want? Well, that's what I want to focus on here by taking you through 2 steps. And once you follow these steps, you're going to be putting yourself in an arena where, yes, you don't have to worry about the pattern day trading rule. So let's go over step number 1. And that is getting a broker that allows you to trade futures. We want to get into the world of futures because, again, there is no pattern day trading rule. Now, I want to be very, very clear here. Futures are no joke. Futures will cause you and will allow you to light your money on fire if you're not careful.
I'm only burning my half.
That is why what I just showed you is important, and I'll show you more in just a second, but also why step number 2 is very important. Obvious, sure, but it is something that needs to be done, and it's free, by the way. But why do we focus on this certain part of futures? And what is that part? Well, down here, again, this is Webull that offers this. We want to be focused on these right here. Micro, 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 micro. Again, I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole because that's where step 2 comes into play. But micro just means it'll allow you to control your risk a lot better. Now, yes, you can still be totally stupid, light your money on fire, but it'll be a lot more difficult to do a lot more difficult. I don't know if that's the right wording there, but anyways, it'll be much more difficult. That sounds more intelligent. Be much more difficult to light your money on fire if you just stick with the micros. Again, does not mean that it's completely risk-free, but it's a very, very important dynamic. And that's why I would say use Webull, because Webull does offer those micros. Not all future brokers offer those, but Webull does. Plus, it's a platform that I use, especially for their charts. Really love their charts, and you will definitely need to be using technical charts within your futures trading, which goes into step number 2. And that takes us to step number 2. Take my free futures class, 4-part series. I'll put a link down below, and this will get you into futures and give you that firm foundation. Again, link down below in the description section for you watching on YouTube. If you're just watching at my website, then it'll be right below the video like you saw there. But keep this in mind. You've got to be smart like anything, but especially in futures because they are dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So that's why we need to mitigate that 2 ways. The big one, knowledge, right? Yes, you need knowledge. But even if you have knowledge, because they're a very, very volatile thing, they can still get pretty crazy, which is why Webull comes into play and where we want to be focused on those micro futures first. And then once you prove to yourself that you're not going to go and light your money on fire, then yeah, you can step up to those other ones. But those are going to be the critical things. But when you focus on futures, you're not going to have to worry about that pattern day trading rule. It's a punch knockout to the pattern day trading rule. No worries about it. Kick it aside And not to mention futures have very interesting trading hours. So I can't quite say they're open 24/7 and 365, but they're open almost around the clock. So if you're somebody that has more of a challenging time schedule, futures that's a little bonus on top there. They give you a little bit more flexibility from a time schedule too. So if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave those down below. I'll leave a link to Webull too down below. They're always running promotions, so if you use that link, they'll be giving you, usually it's free stocks they're giving out or free money. But like I said, if you use that link, you will get whatever the current promotion is. So go get Webull with that link. Go start the free 4-part series, and now you don't have to worry about the pattern day trader rule. You'll deliver the knockout punch. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.